Yo, what's up, guys? This is my first trading video of the channel, and I'll be showing my progress and showing when I become profitable so you guys can watch and I can go back and see my progress. And I'm also going to show how I passed phase 1 of my challenge, 25k challenge, and all of the accounts I've blown. So I started around 7 months ago in March. I bought this guy's course for like $500, and he just showed basic support and resistance zones, like using Fibonacci, and and here's just a little bit of my progress after seeing how much money I can make doing this. I really started to put in the effort and grind it every day, and I was doing really good at first. I went on like a 5-day win streak, and I thought I can do anything. But then after a while, I found out the strategy wasn't really sustainable. As you can see here, I had big stop losses and I had no risk to reward here. Here I was using the Fibonacci tool. I was basically just getting in randomly with really no edge, and this was not sustainable in the long term. So this was the first month or the second month since I started in March, and then May came around. I was still doing the same thing, but the strategy wasn't very consistent because I had very big losses and very small wins sometimes. So, and then later I found this new strategy called supply and demand by RD. It's basically supply and demand, but with liquidity. And I really like this strategy, and I was able to do way better with the strategy because it's mechanical and it doesn't rely on your emotions. So this was June when I joined his Discord. I was always on and off with the trades though. Some days I would have a good day, or sometimes I wouldn't. And then August, this was last month, I didn't have very good this month wasn't too good either because I was just randomly taking trades, getting FOMO. I was blowing accounts. And then now we're in this month. I'll show you guys all the accounts I've blown through. So my first account was around like June. There were nothing too crazy, just 10k accounts, 25k, 15k. And it wasn't until this month actually where I passed my first 10k account. But I blew it after I passed phase 1. I just try to get greedy. I try to chase I wanted to get I just wanted to get the funded account. So I just took a bunch of risky trades. I didn't stick to my strategy. But this helped me learn for the next challenge I got. It was a 25k account. And I'll show you the trades that I took that helped me pass this challenge. Here's the dashboard. My biggest gain was 1500, biggest loss 300, and my win rate was very low, but with this strategy, one win can wipe out like 10 losses, so this was very good for me. But I also had some very bad trades that I shouldn't have taken, which I will go over. My average R was a 1 to 5, and here are the trades I took. So the first day when I got it, I risked 0.5%. Let me go to it. I risked 0.5% on this. So we had a impulse move up here, and then we took out this liquidity, hit our demand zone, and I just wanted to target a quick 1 2 3, but as you can see, we just blasted off from the zone. I could have targeted the highs, but since it was my first 25k account, I just wanted to get in and build a buffer so I can enter my next trade with full risk. So here I was up about 2% almost. And then my second trade I took was on Monday, and it was actually this setup here. It did hit initially a 1 to 3, which I usually always go for, but I extended my TP for like a 1 to 5 because I would have passed my account if it did hit. And then later it came down and I got out around break even because we were consolidating. We barely took out highs, and we were also at all-time highs, so I didn't have too much confidence in this trade coming back up, and you can see later it would have stopped me out. And then Tuesday came around and I had a very bad day today this day. I overtraded a lot, and you can see it. I was down 400. I was just taking very unnecessary trades. Because after this loss, or after this potential big win I could have had for 1 to 3, I missed out, so I was trying to force trades. Here, my strategy is to go in after we've touched and a candle going in the direction I'm going in, but here I got in early. I didn't wait for the red candle for confirmation, and I got stopped out. My second trade was on this pair, I believe. We tapped the zone, and again, when it was the live market, this was a big green candle. I got FOMO and entered, but we later reversed. The candle closed red, and we just kept going down. So this is the second time I've made this mistake of getting in too early and not waiting for confirmation. And then with this setup also on UK 100, I did the same thing. The zone wasn't even valid because it was a swap hour zone. I'll show you guys that. So let me look for it. Here it is. So with supply and demand strategy, you don't want to use zones that were made during swap hours like this, because they can be a fake out. Oh no, it was this one. So I got in here. This wasn't really the best zone because we're failing to take out highs. We almost double tapped over here. We couldn't. We barely took out this high. So overall, this wasn't really a good zone anyways. But I just was taking any trade that was given to me, and I paid for it. So that this was Tuesday. The only good thing I did was I didn't risk too much. My biggest loss was only 210, but yeah. So Wednesday came around and I lost 700 this day. Yeah, so Wednesday came around. This was a very big red candle. And I entered very I over leveraged bad here. I thought it was gonna go down. I didn't wait for the candle to close. There was 6 minutes left. And I got stopped out. I lost 300 off of that trade. And then I also took this trade GBP AUD. This was a nice demand zone. And that trade was, I let that play out. And you'll see later when that trade hits. I also entered this trade here wasn't the best also because I wasn't certain on which direction it was going. But the trade I took Monday was a good trade because as you can see, we took out highs to the left, we came down, and we gave a good reaction. But then on Wednesday, it was different because we double topped and we failed to take out highs. And you can see I made no bottom wick. I got in and I got stopped out. And then next I took another demand zone, which I got stopped out here. And this was a loss of 155. So going into next week, although I passed phase 1 with these bad trades, I'm only going to take the most high quality setups, A+ setups, and only trade once a day or twice, depending on what I see. Because as you can see, I was trading 4 times a day. I took over 16 trades in 5 days, which is not good. You shouldn't be trading that much because it's not sustainable. And then Thursday came around and I entered heavy Thursday too on a trade. I didn't document this, but I entered very heavy. I will show you guys the zone. So this was the zone on that I took. It was this one, and the same thing happened. I got FOMO. I got in around here, and then I got stopped out, and then we later came down to this way better zone. And it gave a proper entry, and I could have targeted the recent high for 1 to 5. So I really do need to work on my FOMO and only taking the most high quality setups. And here we also reacted off of this demand right here perfectly, which indicated that we could go for a reversal. But I just took this trade even though the bottom zone was way better. The liquidity was also better here. And then Friday came around. And I made 3.67 thousand, and I passed phase 1. So I'll show you those trades. So the first one was GBP AUD. As you can see, I took this trade on Wednesday and it took over 2 days to hit, so I'm glad I stuck this out. This was a 0.5% risk trade, and I went for like a 1 to 4.6 because I had already passed my account, so I closed the trades. And the other trades were on DAX, Germany 30. As you can see here, both these trades gave very good setups. This was the liquidity. We took the lows out, we came back up, and then we took these lows right here. We took them out, we came back to the zone, gave a good entry. I went for these lows here for a 1 to 5.8, and that trade gave me like 1500. And then the next day at 7:30, the zone here, liquidity, we took out lows, came directly to the zone and gave a nice reaction. Here I targeted 1 to 3.4, and I closed this trade also because I had both this trade and this trade running. And with these 2 trades, I was able to come back from 3 losses in a row. So that shows how this strategy has very risk to reward, and all you need is a 30% win rate to become profitable with it. And I'll be documenting next week how it goes, because I learned a lot from this week. I'm only going to take the most valid setups and stick to my strategy. It's important to be patient when it comes to the market. So that's what I'm going to do when it comes into next week. And yeah, if you guys got any tips, comment down below and hit that like if you guys like this little video. And I'm gonna keep uploading my journey and showing you guys it is possible to become profitable, because I just started. I've been grinding for 7 months, and hopefully it will pay off.